Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is a reading for March 2024. Of course, you could watch this whenever you feel called to if Virgo's in your chart. And if Virgo isn't in your chart, welcome. I have a couple of decks for this video. I have the Slavic Legends Tarot, the Animal Wise Tarot. I feel like it would be a good grounding deck. This is one of my older ones, so I cover the back. Also, another deck that I have is the Mystic Fairies Tarot. This, I feel, will balance it because it's going to be more of a deeper reading, is what I picked up, and my deck, the Earth Fairy Tarot. So I'm getting that there might be a person in your energy, or it might be you, that is off the beaten path. I feel that maybe like taking a turn that isn't necessary, or of course there's free will of doing what you feel is right, but it also feels like there's an energy of like maybe opposing forces, or even I'm getting like people that are closer to you that have a lot of say in the things that you do. You could be close friends, like it could be a family unit. It might be friends that are almost seen as a family unit too. But it just feels like maybe there was like a harsh upbringing, and it almost is that it's always fight mode, kind of, as if needing to protect yourself because there wasn't another way of doing it as the other person felt, or a group of people. And maybe there wasn't other ways of doing things, and that was like the environment that was prevalent. I am getting that if, for again, some, if there's a person in the environment, if they keep going on this specific path, it's kind of going down a rabbit hole where it's going to be hard to get out of. There could be tendencies, like a behavior that they could promote or do that just doesn't seem like it's a good way of doing things. I'm also getting feeling out the signs too. And almost as if there's an animal, kind of the mentality of it being like a service animal, how the service dog or animal knows when this person is going to have a reaction. That's kind of what it feels like. Because the moods and the energy can shift like in an instant, I'm getting with the Eight of Shapeshifters, the Eight of Cups from the Animal Wise Tarot. And it could be kind of like a group mentality, how this could be working in groups instead of working on the individual itself for themselves. And it could be wearing this person out because they keep doing the same things, but it's not getting any different than what they would like to have. I'm also picking up that there could be a specific person in the environment that tells them one way, and then deep down they know that that's not how they feel, but they go along with it because of maybe it could be a sense of a hierarchy with the Queen of Ancients, the Queen of Wands, and what they say evidently goes in their situations. I'm also getting that with the King of Cups, the King of Shapeshifters, which kind of feels like it's in reverse because the King of Cups would be an energy that could stand their ground in a way in these things. Um, Even if there is confrontation with certain areas of their life, it would be one where it would be respecting mutual differences. But at this point, it feels reversed because the King of Cups isn't saying anything. It's what it feels like. Maybe to keep the peace and to keep another person's happiness, or this could be someone that is important to them and has like significance in their life. And it'd be hard to let down, like the hummingbird how the legs are fragile. There are different people that come into this. There are a couple of core cards, and I didn't turn over all the cards yet because you also have the King of Pentacles too, and the Knight of Pentacles. This might, the Knight of Pentacles was turned over before, so I'm getting that. I'm getting like rough around the edges with the berries and like the bramble and the thorns here, and even the cone on the Knight of Pentacles head. And even the stance that the Knight of Pentacles has, it seems like defensive. So there could be the mentality of, because it's already a King of Cups. So I feel like this person had to grow up early or sooner rather than later because of the environment. And because of that, there are certain things that hasn't really matured or played into their lives because it hasn't been worked in, because it almost feels like, again, the person had to grow up quicker than other people. And it kind of feels like a pack mentality too, like the pack keeps you alive type of thing. But I also got a vision in the beginning, and even because I was good, planning on doing this reading, that I got a vision of like, it kind of looked like a death hound, but it was like a dark wolf, and it had red eyes, and it was eating like ferociously as if it was trying to either get something from the meat because maybe it hasn't eaten in a long time, or it's gotten so far into it and that it can't go back to the state that it was in or the mentality that it used to be in before um, getting, in a way, a certain mentality, or for this wolf, like a certain sickness. Like it wasn't able to um, be able to heal itself at that point. So that's kind of what it felt like in the beginning of Off the Beaten Path. And once you're in this, it's hard to get out of it. So I am getting that with the Knight of Pentacles needing to make some adjustments to his or her behavior, because again, it'll be hard to go get yourself back on track with this. And the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Because with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, it looks like you're putting so much energy or effort into, I feel like, this pack, or like trying to keep things together, but there is little to no results with the Six of Pentacles. And you have like a hamster there. You know how hamsters just kind of like stuff their face. It kind of it's almost as if like with the wolf image, that you can get what you can get type of thing, where it's like that sustenance that you've been craving because maybe you haven't eaten in a while, or there's something that you haven't had in a while, and that's why it's so ferociously like eating at this point. Another court card that has come up is the Page of Swords. And again, with the King of Cups saying little to none, or not really saying much. And you have like the dragonfly here too. And aside from it being cups, which is a different suit, the dragonfly can also be associated with um like seeing things clearly, or even communication too. And I'm also getting like fire, like a dragon, which can be associated in this deck with this, well, with another deck, the Slavic Legends, like the Sun card, like with the fire from the sun. And it looks like there's a group of people there too. So with this, like the person in the middle has like antlers, and that could also be seen as like guidance. And somebody that you might look up to, like who are you looking up to at this time in this, or who is this other person looking up to? Because with the Page of Swords, it seems like it's an older and younger brother type of thing too, where the older brother is like seen as someone that a younger brother looks up to. So what type of person is that older brother, or the person in your group? It could be male or female because of the Queen of Wands, but I'm not reading genders specifically. For some, maybe there was a relationship started, or a family started, because the how to overcome the obstacle is the Empress card. The obstacle is the Eight of Coins. You might be trying to work things out with the Empress, and which is, there's a Queen of Wands here, but I'm not getting that they're the same person. So maybe the Queen of Wands is part of your, like, a different unit that you have, like that came out of the Sun card, which I'm also getting is reversed too, because the Sun card is usually seen as like one of the best cards, like dubbed as one of the best cards in the deck. Um, The Empress looks like somebody that you can grow with, somebody that maybe you have already established something with, and trying to work things out because the overall energy is the Six of Swords. And it does look like you're taking the other people's opinions with you with the Six of Swords. And maybe they don't have much of an opinion of the Empress card, but maybe they have an opinion of the type of lifestyle that is um with that you live by or this other person lives by. There is a lot of, I feel, protection too, though, because you have the Six of Pentacles that also came out in this deck, but with this deck, um, it has Maka and it has like um a fairy queen there, and she is protective of her environment and protective of the other beings in her environment. So I do feel like with that and the Sun card too, that it could also be um, things watching over you because, or beings or your guides watching over you because of not being in the best situation. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and you do have a rabbit hole down here too. And even the pine cone, like the Scots pine, of needing to, I'm getting like establish something different and having a different point of view on your situation or this other person's situation that you might be a part of, because there could be like the dynamic of having a partnership or um that you started something with somebody. And with the Ten of Cups, I'm getting with the roots in the water, there's something that was emotionally grounded there that I'm getting from the Ace of Pentacles too, because the Ace is one of those tangible beginnings. Something was already set in stone. And with the Ten of Cups, the 10 is already into the cups because there's the Ace, 1, and to 10. In the past, there's the Justice card. And I feel like it comes with the Empress. And if it is associated with a person that things went down and then it turned into maybe a pregnancy or something that established the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And then in the past is the Seven of Swords, which kind of feels like somebody withdrew themselves in a way. And then the Ten of Coins, which is interesting for the future, which is good. Um, there it looks like an integration because there's more people on the card with the Ten of Coins, and um, then there's the people on the Ten of Cups too. So this could be combining family units as well. Um, maybe there is people around you that have more of a say on what to do with the relationship, especially going forward, that that it got more serious with the Empress card and the Justice card. Then you have also the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands. And then you had here the Eight of Wands in the Mystic Fairy Tarot. And so the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands. With this, when you put in effort, it looks like there's something that isn't being established, or something that, like, as if you're strategically trying to do something, but there might be like rules that you missed out on, like in the beginning, maybe the unwritten rules of what not to do. And it seemed like pretty serious too, even though it's of the minor arcana. But maybe um, to one person it wasn't as serious as it was to another person. And with the Nine of Cups there, almost as if she's up in the clouds, as if she's happy with the way that things are going with the Empress card, but maybe she didn't really know that other things were happening behind the scenes. One of the most, um, the main things, like one of the main sayings, and it didn't have to transpire like this, is like one of the unwritten rules that I'm getting with this seven of wands, specifically as if she doesn't know what that specific thing that went on is you don't marry your mistress type of thing. So there could have been, she thought, like the Empress thought that things were moving more seriously, and her being associated with the Taurus card or Taurus sign and even the Libra sign, that um, things were going more smoothly and were okay. But in reality, there were other things that were going on behind the scenes. So, but I'm getting like sticking to that unit of, but now the person that you got more serious with and that you could have had a family with is a continuation with the Ten of Pentacles. Again, it doesn't always have to do with like that serious of an action that leads to an even more serious consequence. But there's an energy of the Queen of Swords that I feel like goes with the King of Cups. And again, not reading for genders, but with these two together, it is a with them being the same person, like kind of a dynamic duo where um, there was maybe like insincerity, maybe infidelity in the past to cut ties. I feel like somebody is going to cut ties with somebody else. And especially when the Queen of Swords knows, the Queen of Swords is also associated with people that are divorced. So it could end up with separation of either with the person that you started the family with. But in the Ten of Coins, it can also be seen as, well, I have money to get me by. I have my own family. That might not be like the main family that I had the family with, like the partner with, or husband or wife, but I have my own, so that's what I could go back to. There's a strong rootedness in that, and it does kind of look like it's a card of generations too. So this could also be cutting ties and like um those generational things that go on for a while into different generations, that the Queen of Swords will have nothing of it. She will cut the ties when it's necessary. And she can be seen as kind of harsh with it too, because she does have a sword and she will wield it again when necessary. And the Queen of Swords also associated with Libra, who's also associated with the Empress and is associated with the Justice card too. I don't think that this person's going to play any games. And then you have the Ten of Swords. Oh no, she'll get past it. Someone's going to get past it. And the Ten of Swords here too. As I said, that showed up. That what's done is done. We could establish that that happened. For some reason, I'm also getting like we can bury it too. So what happened with the King of Cups and maybe with the Queen of Wands too, those are seen as opposites, which doesn't have to be a bad thing, but um, with the King of Cups not really standing in the position of being a king in this regard, has an Empress there, and the Empress is the like amalgamation of all the queens together. So if you were dealing with somebody that was a queen, that's great, but then there's also the Empress who is everything and even better. It doesn't really make sense through the actions of what went down. So I'll just pull out a couple more cards. I do feel like somebody is getting their karma with it too, big time, because the two cards that came out, this is like a struggle with the Seven of Wands, and then it goes on to Judgment. Like there's a Judgment call. There's even a Justice call too, which I feel like they go um together in different phases of the major arcana. Um, Now it's really like the Judgment call is there, like the revelations is there, like the ending can be near. And it doesn't need to be an ending between the two people. And again, it doesn't need to be necessarily infidelity. Um, but something that went down where somebody, like the King of Cups, didn't have the Empress's back at some point. And because of that, it was just spiraling out of control at that point. Something was just like not pure, it wasn't in control. Um, and with the world card there too, the judgment and then the world card. With the Queen of Wands, it could be a maternal influence too. And with the house elf, kind of looks like the house elf is sweeping things. So it does look like sweeping under the rug type of thing. There isn't a rug there. And then like with butter, like because there's the butter churner on the side there too. It doesn't feel like it was just spontaneous. It feels as if, because churning butter, well, I don't know if everyone knows this, but it takes time to churn the butter. And it just feels like it was like premeditated kind of situation that there was plenty of um intention or putting those thoughts and actions into play. Somebody, I feel like, is kind of stuck with it because, especially with the Empress and the Empress, there was like an establishment and even maybe even like a pregnancy or like a family unit that was kind of like torn because he tried to move forward with the Six of Winged Ones, the Six of Swords, um, and it says move between cycles and worlds, but it's tied down with the Devil card. Now, the Devil card isn't like always like so horrible as it may seem to be, but in this case, it feels like you try to move forward and something just kind of pulls you back because it's already established with the Three of Cups. Like, it kind of feels like the crew or that family unit or like some type of friend family unit that kind of holds this what might be seen as a fort, but it does feel a little reckless because you have like a badger here. And if I don't know if like this is a popular video around the whole world, but like the honey badger like doesn't give a fuck. The honey badger like does whatever the fuck it wants. So it kind of feels like the energy is kind of spiraling into a different direction than what it could be in. For some, it might be like needing to be a better like paternal figure or being a better brother, something about being a better influence on this energy. So I'll pull out one more card, and it's the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords has a raven head on it too. And this is an interesting one for this reading because it kind of feels like um, you made your decisions, now you gotta live with it, but now you could also be free from it too if you allow yourself. This was kind of like maybe it kind of feels like fighting with the devil because like it's the literal head that's on this fairy's head now. And it's like I done the deed. Now I gotta work past it. I really have to move forward. And there is a persistence with the Knight of Swords that could definitely do that. Because the Knight of Swords is one that is free wielding and will do whatever it takes in a lot of instances. And this is an upright, so I would say it will um, move up to be the Queen of Swords. Again, not reading for genders. Um, fighting as the Knight of Swords. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video.